Welcome back to Clarify and Confirm, Avoid Misunderstandings at Work. I'm Emily, and I'm happy you're here. Zach is with me, as always. If you enjoy clear, useful conversations like this, hit subscribe or follow so you never miss an episode.
Hey everyone, I'm Zach. Today we're getting practical about clarity at work because tiny misunderstandings can cost time, energy, and trust. We'll share real stories, simple language, and small habits that make a big difference in meetings, emails, and chats.
This reminds me of a project kickoff where 3 people used the word draft, but each meant something different. One person wanted bullet points, another expected a full slide deck. I paused and said, just to clarify, when you say draft, do you mean one page or a full slide deck? You could feel the room relax as everyone aligned on the same meaning.
That word assumption is important here. An assumption is something we believe is true without checking. I once messaged a teammate, "Can you finish this soon?" That was unclear. Soon could mean 1 hour or next week. Now I add a deadline and confirm. By Friday, 4 p.m. works. Does that work for you? Fewer surprises, fewer apologies.
Speaking of alignment, when we say align, we mean agree on the same idea or plan. In another meeting, I said, let's align on next steps. I'll write the summary, you review, and we send it tomorrow. Clear roles, clear timing, and everyone knows what to do.
Quick recap so far. Reduce assumptions, be specific, and confirm details. In this episode, we'll show how to clarify in real time, confirm politely in writing, and use tone that sounds respectful, not pushy. Small changes, huge impact.
Before we dive deeper, what's your most memorable misunderstanding at work, Zach? The kind that teaches you a lesson you never forget.
I had a manager say, send the report to the client. Which client? 2 teams, same project, different deadlines. I hesitated, then asked, could you elaborate on which client and what format, PDF or slide deck? She thanked me for asking. We saved time, and I learned that a short, polite question can protect a whole week of work.
Tone matters so much. When I clarify, I keep my voice calm and curious, not sharp. I might say, just to make sure we're on the same page, are we sharing the numbers or the story behind them? Being on the same page simply means we share the same understanding.
Another helpful word is paraphrase. It means to repeat the idea in your own words to check understanding. I'll say, so we agree on the timeline, draft Thursday, final Monday. If someone corrects me, great, that's clarity getting stronger.
Quick recap. Pause before reacting, paraphrase what you heard, and confirm the next action with a time. These tiny habits build trust. People feel safe when you make things clear without sounding bossy.
Stick with us. Next, we'll dig into live meeting phrases, how to use intonation to sound polite, and ways to confirm in emails and chats. You're going to walk away with practical, repeatable tools. Meetings move fast, and clarity has a lot to do with timing and tone. I think of it like traffic. If you signal early, people make space. If you wait, you cause a jam, and then nobody hears you.
I felt that last week in a hybrid meeting. 2 people started talking and the thread got messy. I leaned in and said, quick check, are we deciding now or collecting ideas? With a gentle rise at the end. That rising sound signals a question, not a challenge. Everyone paused, we reset, and the meeting moved forward.
When you do that, how much do you think tone helps? I mean, same words, different melody. What changed in the room for you? Did people look relieved or just less tense?
Less tense, for sure. I framed it as teamwork, so we can be on the same page. Rising tone to open the door, then a steady, falling tone to close it. Great. Decision later, ideas now. Falling tone tells people, we're done with this point.
I had a daily stand-up where someone said, "I'll handle it ASAP." I paused. Just to clarify, ASAP today or end of day? My voice was warm, not sharp. Then I handed the turn. "Maria, what do you need from us?" That phrase, hand the turn, just means giving someone the floor.
I like softeners too. A softener reduces pressure. Instead of, "What do you mean?" I'll try, "Could you elaborate a bit?" Or, "I might be missing something. Do you mean X?" It keeps the door open while still asking for precision.
Another tactic is paraphrasing, then parking lot. I'll say, "So you need the numbers, not the story. Did I get that right?" If a new topic appears, "Let's park that for later." Parking lot means we'll return to it.
Video calls add signals too. I tilt my head, unmute, and say, "I'll keep it brief. Quick clarification." That phrase earns a turn. And if I need to speak next, I might add, "After you, I'll jump in," which respects the current speaker.
So far we've got ask early, use rising tone for open questions, falling tone to close, paraphrase to check understanding, and pass the mic to manage turn taking. Pass the mic is just a friendly way to invite another voice.
Quick scene from a sprint review. Things got fuzzy around versions. I said, 2-minute check. Are we reviewing version A or version B? Small rise on B. Then I closed it. Great, version B it is. Energy relaxed. Focus returned.
And when interruptions happen, I use a polite hold. "I hear you. Let me finish this point, then I'm all yours." It acknowledges the person while protecting clarity. It's respectful, and it keeps the thread from breaking.
Quick recap before we move on. Signal early, soften your questions, paraphrase, and guide turns. Speaking of that, next we'll shift from live talk to clear writing. How to confirm decisions in emails and chats without sounding robotic.
Let's switch gears to writing. Emails and chats are where clarity either shines or breaks. I treat them like small tools. Each one should do a job. If I need a decision, I signal it. If I'm updating, I keep it tight and easy to scan.
Quick story. I once sent an email with the subject line, "Update." Guess what? Nobody opened it in time, and we almost missed a deadline. Now I write outcome-first subjects like, "Decision needed, Q3 banner choice by Friday." People know exactly why it matters.
I'm big on micro templates. After a meeting, I send a short message that says, recap, decision, next steps, owner, deadline, and attachments. Recap just means a short summary. That simple structure saves everyone from digging through notes and guessing who does what.
Do you add time zones, Zach? I've learned to write 3 p.m. CET, Berlin, 2 p.m. UTC. It's not fancy, it's respectful. Also, if someone asks, "When will it be ready?" I'll give an ETA, meaning estimated time of arrival. ETA, 3 p.m. CET.
In chats, I try to confirm in one clear line. I'll type, "Got it, draft by 3 p.m., then share link here." Short, stamped with time. If someone writes a long block, I'll acknowledge with one sentence first. Acknowledge just means, I saw this and I'm on it.
Threads can get chaotic. When the topic grows, I move it to email and say, "I'll summarize here for search." Thread means the chain of messages on one topic. Later, when we need the decision, we can actually find it. No hunting through chat history.
Tone matters in writing too. I'll nudge with soft language. Quick nudge on the approval. Anything blocking? Nudge is a gentle reminder, and blocker is anything stopping progress. Soft words keep the relationship warm while the message stays clear.
I once sent the wrong file. Classic. I followed up fast. "Oops, wrong attachment. Correct file below. No action needed on the previous one." Attachment is the file you add to the email. Short, honest, and solution first. People appreciate that.
Formatting helps clarity. I use one idea per line, tiny bullets, and bold for the action. For example, action, Zach to send invoice. If I need a response, I'll add, please confirm by EOD. EOD means end of day, clear and time-bound.
For visibility, I sometimes CC a stakeholder and write, adding Maya for visibility. CC means sending a copy so someone stays informed. It's not about pressure. It's about keeping the right people in the loop without creating more meetings.
Emojis and punctuation also carry tone. A simple thumbs up in chat is enough to confirm receipt, but I avoid 5 exclamation marks. Friendly is great. Dramatic is confusing. Clear punctuation is underrated. It's like traffic signs for reading speed.
So, the toolkit for writing. Outcome-first subjects, clean micro-templates, time zones, concise confirmations, gentle nudges, searchable threads, careful attachments, and scannable formatting. Speaking of that, next we'll zoom into cross-cultural signals, how style and tone shift across teams and countries.
Let's talk cross-cultural moments, accents, styles, and how to check understanding without awkwardness. I see it like tuning a radio. Sometimes the signal is perfect, sometimes you adjust the dial. It's normal to ask again. The goal is clarity, not perfection.
That reminds me of a project with teammates in India, Brazil, and Germany. Someone wrote, "Let's prepone the call," which means move it earlier. I paused and said, "Could you rephrase that so we're all aligned?" Rephrase just means say it in a different way. We ended up shifting it to 9 a.m. Berlin time, and no one felt confused or blamed.
I had a UK colleague who said, "I'll have a think and circle back." I wasn't sure if that meant today or next week, so I paraphrased. "So you'll get back to us by tomorrow EOD, right?" Paraphrase means restating the idea in your own words to confirm. He nodded, and the timeline became real instead of fuzzy.
Accents on remote calls can be tricky, especially with lag. I slow down a little, chunk my ideas, and avoid fast idioms. If the audio drops, I'll say, "One more time on the numbers?" Zach, do you drop key terms in the chat to anchor them?
Totally. I'll type keywords while someone speaks. Scope, beta users, Friday. Anchor here means fix the idea so everyone can see it. If needed, I'll add a one-line summary. Decision, version B, mobile only, Friday EOD, Rome. It keeps accents from hiding the message.
Styles differ too. Some teams speak very directly. Others are more indirect to be polite. I once heard, "We can explore that," from a colleague in Tokyo. I learned it was a tentative maybe, not a yes. I asked, "Just to confirm, is this a yes or a maybe?" Tentative means not fully decided.
Let's dig a little deeper into a simple technique. Hear, clarify, confirm. Hear without interrupting. Clarify with one short question. Confirm with a crisp summary. For example, I heard that deadlines moved. To clarify, is QA still Tuesday? Great. Confirming. QA Tuesday, release Thursday. Calm tone, steady pace.
When accents feel heavy, I focus on keywords, not every single word. I might say, "Could we take it one sentence at a time?" Or, "Please pause after the dates." Pace means speed of speaking. Small pauses create big understanding across styles.
Inclusive listening matters. I avoid finishing someone's sentence, even if I think I know it. Instead, I ask, "Could you repeat the last part about timelines?" Then I add a micro-affirmation. "Thanks, that helps." It builds trust and invites corrections without stress.
Speaking of that, I like to capture decisions in a shared doc during the call. One line: owner, action, date. We call it a single source of truth, a place everyone trusts. It reduces memory battles and accent challenges later.
Quick vocab check. Mishear versus misunderstand. Mishear is about sound. You didn't catch the word. Misunderstand is about meaning. You heard it but got the idea wrong. I'll say, I think I misheard the date, or I may have misunderstood the goal. Different fix, same clarity aim.
Mini recap. Slow your pace. Chunk ideas. Paraphrase to confirm. Anchor keywords in chat. And ask gentle, culture-aware questions. Clear tone beats perfect grammar. Next up, we'll tackle ambiguity. How to set scope and timelines without sounding pushy.
Ambiguity at work feels like fog. Everyone moves, but no one sees far. I start by naming scope, the boundary of the work. If we agree on the boundary, the path gets clear fast.
Speaking of that, I got a Slack message. Quick, refresh the landing page before launch? Vague. I replied, happy to help. Just to clarify, what's in scope? Hero image swap and 2 copy lines? Out of scope, layout changes. Out of scope simply means not included.
Did they push back on that boundary or accept it right away? And how did your tone help? More like curious and helpful or firm and final?
Curious first, then firm. I offered options with time signals. Option A, small refresh today, hero image and headlines. Option B, bigger redesign Thursday. Offering choices reduces friction. People see the trade-off. More time equals more change.
I had a similar moment with a product manager. Can you also own the dashboard ASAP? I said, I have bandwidth for 2 hours today. To take the dashboard, what should we drop? Bandwidth means available time or capacity. That question forced a real priority call.
Timelines get crisp when I label them. I'll say, tentative plan, draft Wednesday, final Friday. Please confirm. Tentative means not final yet. If someone says, soon, I ask, is that by EOD or do we mean this week? Simple, polite, and precise.
I separate deadlines from checkpoints. Deadline is the must-hit date. A checkpoint is a quick review before the end. I'll add a small buffer, extra time for surprises. Aiming Wednesday with a half-day buffer usually saves the team from last-minute stress.
Scope also depends on dependencies, things we need from others. I'll say, we're waiting on legal review and API access. If it stalls, I escalate politely. Flagging a risk. Without access today, timeline slips. Flagging means raising attention early, not blaming.
In one launch, I wrote a one-liner after the meeting. Owner, Maya. Action, update pricing. Date, Thursday. Risk, legal sign-off pending. That tiny confirmation prevented 3 threads of confusion and kept everyone marching in the same direction.
My polite pushback formula is simple. Appreciation, impact, option, decision. Thanks for the request. If we add this, the report moves to Monday. Option A, smaller change today. Option B, bigger change Monday. Which works? Impact just means the real effect on time or results.
Quick recap. Define scope early. Show options and trade-offs. Set timelines with checkpoints and a buffer. Name dependencies and confirm in writing. When you do that, ambiguity shrinks and trust grows.
Nice. Next, we'll switch gears into fast role plays. from vague requests to clear plans, so you can hear how these tools sound in real conversations.
Let's run some quick role plays, short scenes that start vague and end clear. I'll call out the messy part, then we'll show how it turns into a simple action plan. Think of it like tidying a desk, one decision at a time until you can see the surface again.
Role play 1. I'm the requester. Hey, can you take a look at the report? That's fuzzy. Take a look at what exactly? For how long? And by when?
I'm the teammate. Happy to help. Just to clarify, are you asking for a data check or a language edit? What's the deliverable? A clean draft or comments only? And is 5 p.m. today the right deadline? I keep my tone warm and my questions short.
As the requester, I lock it in. Great. Language edit only. Comments in the doc by 5 p.m. Then, as Emily, a quick note. Deliverable means the final result we hand over. Clear words, clear finish line.
Role play 2. I'm the manager. We need the deck ASAP. That's pressure without details. Emily, take the mic.
Thanks for the heads up. To hit ASAP, here's the constraint. I have 2 hours free today. If we limit scope to 5 slides with key graphs, I can deliver by 4 p.m. Bigger changes mean Monday. Which is better? Constraint means a real limit, time, people, or tools. Trade-off means what we choose to give up to get speed.
Manager voice again. Go with the 5-slide version today. I confirm in writing. Decision, 5 slides. Owner, Emily. Deadline, 4 p.m. Risk, data for slide 3 pending. That one line saves 5 follow-ups.
Role play 3. In a meeting, someone says, "Let's align later." I jump in. Before we move on, what are we aligning on? Who owns it and by when? Then I close it. Okay, Zach drafts the pricing note, I review it too, and we share in the channel by 4. Handoff means the moment ownership moves from one person to another.
I'll add the remote piece. I post a recap in the thread. Decision, pricing note. Next step, Zach draft by 2, Emily review, share by 4. Source doc linked. Single source of truth is a place everyone trusts for the latest version. No more hunting through messages.
Role play 4. A vendor writes, "We'll send it tomorrow." I reply, "Thanks. Confirming tomorrow means Thursday 10 a.m. UTC. Could we timebox the review to 20 minutes? Timebox means we limit the time on purpose so work doesn't expand forever.
When a request stays vague, I use a 3-part move. Scope, timeline, risk. For example, in scope, copy refresh only. Timeline, draft Friday noon, final Monday. Risk, data access. Short, neutral language lowers the emotion and raises the clarity.
Quick recap. Turn fuzzy asks into a plan by naming the deliverable, owner, deadline, and risks. Use constraints and trade-offs to push back politely. And close the loop in writing so no one guesses. Okay, next up, we'll wrap today with final takeaways and a simple challenge you can try this week.
Before we wrap, quick sweep of what we did today. We made live meetings clearer with gentle timing and tone. We confirmed decisions in writing with tiny structures, and we shrank ambiguity by naming scope, timelines, and risks. It all adds up to fewer surprises and more trust at work.
Here's my simple guide I keep on a sticky note. Hear fully, clarify once, confirm crisply. In a meeting, I use a calm rise to open the question and a steady fall to close the decision. In writing, I start with the outcome, then owners and dates. Small habits, big relief.
Practice challenge for this week. 7 tiny moves. Day 1. Rename one subject line to show the outcome. Day 2. In a meeting, ask, quick check, deciding now or collecting ideas? Day 3. Paraphrase one key point and close it. Day 4. Send a micro-template recap, decision, next step, owner, deadline. Day 5. Define scope and offer 2 options with trade-offs. Day 6. Anchor keywords and time zones in chat. Day 7. Review what saved time and where you'll improve.
My go-to lines live on my phone. Just to clarify, for timing. Could you elaborate a bit for meaning? And confirming, owner, action, date, to close the loop. I don't span them. I choose the right one, say it once, and let the room breathe.
Quick story. Last Friday, I almost lost my weekend to a vague ASAP. I replied, appreciate the urgency. Constraint is 2 hours today. Option A, light version by 4. Option B, full version Monday. We picked A, and the team still got a solid result. No midnight heroics.
Vocabulary pit stop. Super short. Buffer means extra time you add on purpose. Dependencies are things you need from others before you can move. Parking lot is when you save a side topic for later so the main thread stays clean.
And if English isn't your first language, give yourself grace. It's not about perfect sentences. It's about shared understanding. Ask for a repeat, take a breath, and summarize what you heard. That's leadership, not weakness.
Tell us one moment you clarified this week. Maybe a clean subject line or a polite pushback that worked. Drop it in the comments. We read them and share our favorites in future episodes.
Your next step after this episode, choose one meeting and one message today. Ask one clear question in the meeting, then send a one-line confirmation afterward. At day's end, note what changed. Time saved, fewer pings, less stress.
Thanks for spending time with us. If this helped, follow, rate, or share it with a teammate who loves clear plans. Take care, and we'll see you in the next conversation.